Welcome to English Practice Hub. Today, you are going to learn one of the most powerful skills for speaking English naturally. It is the ability to think in English. Most learners translate everything in their head. First, they think in their own language, then they try to change it into English. This makes speaking slow, difficult, and stressful. You know the feeling. You want to say something, but your brain is busy translating, and the words arrive too late. The secret is simple. Stop translating. Start thinking directly in English. When you do this, English becomes natural. The words come faster. Your sentences flow better. You feel more confident because you are not fighting with two languages in your mind. Instead, your thoughts and English are connected. In this video, I will show you step by step how to train your brain to think in English. You will hear practical tips, simple examples, and easy exercises that you can use every day. You will learn how to describe what you see, how to use small sentences in your daily routine, how to connect words directly with images and feelings, and how to create a strong habit of English thinking. This is not about perfection. This is about building a new way of using English. Little by little, you will stop translating. Little by little, you will notice that English words come to your mind automatically. That is the real key to fluency. So, stay with me until the end of this lesson. Practice the ideas you hear today. Make them part of your daily life. If you do, your English will improve faster than you ever thought possible. Now, let's begin with the first and most important step. Start small. The first step to think in English is simple. Start small. Do not try to build long sentences in your head. Do not try to translate big ideas at the beginning. Start with one word, then two words, then a short phrase. For example, imagine you are at home and you see a cup. Instead of thinking in your own language and then saying the translation, just think cup. If you see water, just think water. If you see a chair, think chair. This is the basic training. You are teaching your brain to connect objects directly with English words without translation. At first, it may feel strange. Your mind wants to translate. But if you keep practicing, the connection becomes natural. Soon, when you see a book, the word book will appear automatically in your head, without effort. Once you can do this with single words, move to short phrases. For example, instead of just thinking cup, think, I drink water. Instead of just chair, think, I sit down. Instead of just phone, think, I check my phone. These are simple actions from your daily life. By practicing them in English, you start to build small sentences in your head without translation. The key is repetition. Every time you see an object or do an action, say the English word or phrase in your mind. You can also whisper it softly or say it out loud if you want. The more you repeat, the faster your brain learns. Think of it like exercise. The first time you try push-ups, it feels hard. But if you do them every day, your muscles get stronger. Thinking in English works the same way. At first, it feels uncomfortable. But with practice, your mind becomes stronger and faster. Here is a simple exercise you can start today. Walk around your room and name every object you see in English. Table, window, door, bag, shoes, computer. Then add small actions. I open the door. I sit on the chair. I drink water. Spend 5 minutes every day doing this. It may feel too easy, but it is powerful. These small exercises build the foundation for real English thinking. Do not wait for perfect grammar. Do not worry about mistakes. Right now, the goal is speed and habit, not perfection. The more you think in English, the more natural your sentences will become. Grammar will improve later. Right now, focus on training your brain. Remember, Start small, stay consistent, repeat daily. Soon, you will notice that English words pop into your head automatically. That is the first sign that your brain is beginning to think in English. Now, let's move to the next step, describing what you see in your daily life. The journey to think in English begins with the smallest step. Do not aim for long conversations in your head on day one. Do not try to sound like a native speaker immediately. That is like trying to run a marathon before you can walk. The Stoics often said, "Big things are built from small actions repeated daily." Learning to think in English is no different. You must start small. So, what does start small mean? It means training your mind with single English words first. Imagine you are in your kitchen. You see a spoon. Do not think classic and then try to translate it. Just look at it and say spoon. You see the window. Instead of your first language, say window. You see your bag. Say bag. You are building the direct bridge between object and English word. No middle translation. At first, this feels unusual. Your brain is used to translating. But every time you say cup, phone, pen, water, you are rewriting the connections in your mind. Slowly, your brain learns. This object equals this English word. No translation needed. This is the first and most powerful step. Once this feels easier, move to short phrases. Instead of only water, think I drink water. Instead of only chair, think I sit on the chair. Instead of only window, think I open the window. These are short, simple sentences. They do not need complex grammar. They only need consistency. The trick is to connect English with your real daily actions. When you drink water, tell yourself in English, I drink water. When you walk to the door, think, I open the door. When you check your phone, think, I check my phone. These micro practices turn normal life into English practice. You do not need extra time. You use your real life as your classroom. Here's a short exercise you can try right now. Look around the room where you are sitting. Name 5 objects in English. For example, chair, table, window, phone, notebook. Now turn them into small actions. I sit on the chair. I write in the notebook. I look at the window. I touch the phone. I put the notebook on the table. This simple habit, repeated every day, will completely change how your brain works with English. Why does this matter? Because fluency is not about knowing thousands of words. Fluency is about using what you know quickly and naturally. If you can think I open the door in 1 second, you are closer to fluency than someone who knows 1,000 words, but must translate everything slowly. Do not wait for perfect grammar. Do not wait for advanced vocabulary. The goal right now is speed, habit, and automatic thinking. Grammar and vocabulary will grow later. But if you always translate, you will always be slow. Think about it this way. A baby does not begin speaking with long sentences. A baby starts with one word, milk, ball, mama. Then small phrases, want milk, throw ball. Then bigger sentences. Your English will grow the same way. One word, one phrase, step by step. Start small, grow big. And here is the real motivation. These small exercises may feel simple, but they're powerful. They're building blocks. Each time you name an object in English, you are training your brain. Each time you describe a simple action, you are moving one step closer to real fluency. Most learners skip this step and wonder why speaking feels so hard. Do not skip it. Master it. So, your challenge for today is clear. Spend 5 minutes walking around your room. Point to objects and name them in English. Then describe small actions. Do it daily. You will be surprised how fast your brain starts to think in English without translation. Remember, start small. Build the habit. Repeat daily. Soon, you will not only speak English faster, you will feel English becoming part of your natural thoughts. Now that you understand the first step, let's move forward. The next part of this journey is learning how to describe what you see in detail so that your English thoughts become richer and more natural. The second step to think in English is to describe what you see. This is more than just naming objects. It means looking at the world around you and putting it into simple English sentences. This step takes you from words and phrases to full ideas. Imagine you are sitting in your room. You see your desk. Instead of only thinking desk, you say to yourself, "This is my desk." You see your phone on the desk. Say, "My phone is on the desk." You see a cup. Say, "There is water in the cup." Do you see the difference? You are not just naming objects anymore. You are describing the situation in English. At first, keep it simple. Use short sentences with easy words. Do not try to be poetic or complicated. The goal is not perfect grammar, it is habit. For example, "This is my chair. The window is open. The book is on the table. My shoes are under the bed. I am holding a pen." These sentences are short, but they are powerful. Every time you create a sentence, your brain learns to think in English a little more. You can practice this anywhere. When you are on the bus, look outside. Say in your mind, "I see a red car. The man is walking. The children are playing." When you are cooking, say, "I cut the onion. The water is boiling. I put the plate on the table." These are ordinary situations, but they are the best practice. Why does this method work so well? Because it connects English directly to your life. When you describe real things around you, your brain is more active, more focused, and more engaged. You are not studying from a textbook. You are living the language. Here is a small exercise you can do today. Choose one room in your house. Spend 5 minutes walking around and describing everything you see in English. For example, "The lights are on. The window is closed. There are 3 chairs in the room. My laptop is on the desk. I am sitting on the sofa." Do this once in the morning and once in the evening. The results will surprise you. And remember, it is not about big vocabulary. Even if you only know a few words, you can describe what you see. For example, if you don't know the word sofa, just say big chair. If you don't know the word ceiling, just say the top of the room. This way, you keep thinking in English without breaking the habit. Later, you can learn the exact words. The important part is that you never stop the flow of English in your mind. Another benefit of this practice is confidence. Many learners feel nervous when they have to speak English because they are not used to forming sentences quickly. But if you practice describing what you see every day, you will get used to creating sentences naturally. When you finally talk to another person, the words will come faster because you already trained your brain in private. Let me give you a powerful tip. Do not only describe objects. Describe actions and details. For example, "The dog is running fast. The woman is carrying a bag. The sky is very clear. The children are laughing." The more details you add, the more your English grows. Think about it like taking a photo with words. Every time you describe something, you are creating a picture in English. The more you practice, the sharper that picture becomes. So here is your challenge. For the next 7 days, spend 5 minutes each day describing what you see in English. It could be in your room, on the street, in a cafe, or even while watching TV. Do not translate. Just describe directly in English. This simple exercise will push your brain to stop using your native language and start using English as your main tool of thought. Stay consistent. Stay patient. Every small description is a brick in the wall of your fluency. Build it day by day. Soon, You will realize that English sentences form in your mind naturally, without effort. That is the true power of this exercise. Now that you know how to describe what you see, let's move to the next step: how to talk to yourself in English and use self-dialogue as a secret training tool. The third step to think in English is to practice self-talk. Self-talk means having small conversations with yourself in English. It may feel strange at first, but it is one of the fastest ways to train your brain to think naturally. Here is why it works. When you talk to yourself, you are both the speaker and the listener. You are practicing two skills at the same time, creating English sentences and understanding them. You do not need a teacher or a partner. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Start small. In the morning, when you wake up, tell yourself your plan for the day in English. For example, I am going to take a shower. Then I will make some coffee. After that, I will go to work. Simple, short, easy. But you are already building the habit of thinking in English. During the day, keep the conversation going. Imagine you are walking to the bus stop. Say in your mind, I am walking to the bus stop. The weather is cold. I see many cars. When you are cooking, say, I cut the tomato. I turn on the stove. The water is boiling. These short self-talk moments keep your brain active in English all day long. Here is another way to practice. Ask yourself questions in English, then answer them in English. For example, what do I want to eat? I want to eat some pasta. How do I feel today? I feel tired, but I am motivated. What will I do tomorrow? I will meet my friend. This exercise trains you to think in dialogue, not just single sentences. It makes English more alive in your mind. At first, your self-talk will be simple. That is good. The goal is not perfect grammar. The goal is to keep the flow of English moving. Later, as your skills grow, you can make your sentences longer. For example, instead of I want coffee, you can say, I want to drink a cup of coffee because I feel sleepy. But do not rush. Build slowly. One important tip: do not stop the self-talk when you forget a word. If you do not know the word for something, use another word. If you cannot remember umbrella, just say rain protector. If you cannot remember ceiling, say top of the room. This keeps the flow alive. Later, you can check the real word. But in the moment, never stop thinking in English. Here is a daily routine you can follow. In the morning, spend 2 minutes telling yourself your plan for the day. In the afternoon, spend 2 minutes describing what you are doing. At night, spend 2 minutes reviewing your day. 6 minutes total. That is all. But if you repeat this every day, your brain will adapt quickly. Another powerful trick is to use a mirror. Stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself in English. Say, good morning, how are you? Then answer, I am fine, thank you. Pretend you are two people. Play both roles. This builds confidence. You see yourself speaking, you hear yourself speaking, and you begin to believe that English belongs to you. Some learners feel shy or silly doing self-talk. But remember, nobody is watching. This is your private training. Athletes train in silence before they perform in public. Musicians practice alone before the concert. You are training your mind in private so that later, in public, English will flow naturally. Stay consistent. Even 5 minutes a day can transform your fluency. Do not underestimate this step. Self-talk is like mental push-ups. Each sentence makes your English brain stronger. So, here is your challenge. For the next week, practice self-talk every day. Describe your plans, your actions, and your feelings in English. Ask yourself questions and answer them. Use a mirror if you want more confidence. Never stop the flow, even if you do not know a word. This exercise will move you from slow translation to real English thinking faster than anything else. Now that you understand self-talk, let's move to the next step, using English in your imagination to create situations and conversations that prepare you for real life. The fourth step to think in English is to use your imagination. You already know how to name objects, describe what you see, and talk to yourself about daily actions. Now it is time to go further. Imagine situations in your mind and practice them in English. Why is this important? Because life will not always give you the same easy routines. One day you will need to order food in a restaurant. Another day you will need to ask for help in a store. Another day you will meet a new friend. If you only practice with the objects around you, you may feel unprepared. But if you train your imagination, you can practice for any situation before it happens. Here is how to start. Close your eyes and picture a simple scene. For example, imagine you walk into a coffee shop. The barista smiles and asks, "What would you like to drink?" In your mind, answer in English, "I would like a cappuccino, please." Then imagine paying. Imagine saying, "Thank you very much." Imagine sitting down and saying, "I am waiting for my coffee." This is not real life, but your brain does not know the difference. It is practice. Next, imagine another situation. You are at the airport. You need to ask for directions. In your mind, say, "Excuse me, where is gate number 7? Then imagine the reply. Even if you cannot answer fully, create simple sentences. "Thank you. I will go now." You are preparing your brain for the real world. You can practice any scenario. Imagine meeting a new person. "Hello, my name is Anna. Nice to meet you." Then reply, "Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?" Imagine shopping in a store. "How much is this shirt?" Imagine calling a taxi. "I need to go to the train station." Each situation you imagine becomes easier when it happens in real life. Here is a powerful tip. Do not only imagine the words. Imagine the feelings, the place, the sounds. If you are practicing a restaurant scene, imagine the smell of coffee, the sound of people talking, the chair under you. This makes the practice more real. The more real it feels, the stronger the memory. Your brain will remember it as an experience, not just as a sentence. At first, your imagined conversations will be short and simple. That is perfect. Later, you can make them longer. For example, imagine not just ordering coffee, but also asking, "Can I also have a piece of cake?" or "Is it possible to pay by card?" Keep adding details. Your imagination is unlimited. Use it to prepare yourself for real English conversations. Another benefit of imagination practice is confidence. Many learners feel nervous when speaking English in real life. They think, "What if I forget the words? What if I make a mistake?" But if you already practice the situation in your imagination many times, it will feel familiar. You will think, "I know this. I have done this before." That confidence will make your words come faster. Here is a daily exercise you can follow. Every night before you sleep, imagine one situation in English for 5 minutes. It could be ordering food, asking for directions, introducing yourself, or any small daily situation. Speak the sentences in your mind or whisper them. This simple habit will train your brain while you relax. Do not underestimate the power of imagination. Athletes use it before competitions. They imagine running the race, making the goal, lifting the weight. Musicians use it before concerts. They imagine playing the instrument, hearing the notes, standing on the stage. If it works for champions, it will work for you. Use your imagination as your secret English classroom. So, your challenge is this. Tonight, before you sleep, Close your eyes and imagine one real-life situation in English. Act it out in your mind. Speak the words. Feel the moment. Then tomorrow, choose another situation. Repeat daily. Soon, when life puts you in these moments, you will be ready. Now that you know how to use your imagination, let's move to the final and most important step, building a daily habit so that thinking in English becomes natural and permanent. The final step to think in English is to build a daily habit. Without habit, everything you learn will fade. Without habit, you will translate forever. But with habit, your brain will rewire itself. English will become natural. So how do you build this habit? The secret is consistency. Practice every single day, even if it is only for a few minutes. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for the perfect time. Choose a simple routine and repeat it. Here is an example of a daily routine. In the morning, name 5 objects in English. At midday, describe what you see for 5 minutes. In the afternoon, practice one short self-talk conversation. At night, imagine one situation in English for 5 minutes. This takes less than 20 minutes in total. But if you repeat it daily, the results will be life-changing. Your brain will slowly stop using your first language and start using English as its default system. Why does this work? Because the brain loves patterns. If you give it the same training every day, it learns faster. Just like brushing your teeth, it becomes automatic. You do not ask, "Should I brush today?" You just do it. Thinking in English can become the same. It can become automatic. The biggest mistake learners make is waiting. They wait for more vocabulary, more grammar, more confidence. But waiting is the enemy of progress. The Stoics said, "Do not waste your life in hesitation." Start today. Build the habit today. Even small steps matter. Another important rule: do not quit when it feels boring. Progress often feels invisible. You may think, is this really working? Yes, it is. Every time you name an object, describe a scene, talk to yourself, or imagine a situation, you're building invisible strength. One day, without warning, you will notice that you are thinking in English automatically. That day will be the reward for all your small daily efforts. Now, let's make this powerful. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 1 year from now. Imagine you are in a foreign country. Someone asks you a question in English. You answer quickly, without hesitation. You do not translate. You do not struggle. The words come naturally. That is the future you are building with your daily habit today. So here is your challenge. From this moment, make English thinking part of your life. Practice daily, even for a few minutes. Turn it into a habit. Turn it into your routine. Do not skip. Do not give up. And now we arrive at the end of this lesson. You have learned the full system. Start small with single words and short phrases. Describe what you see in your daily life. Practice self-talk to train your brain. Use your imagination to prepare for real-life situations. Build a daily habit to make it permanent. If you apply these 5 steps, you will stop translating in your head. You will begin to think in English. You will become faster, more confident, and more fluent. But remember, listening once is not enough. Repetition is the key. Come back to this video every morning or every night. Use it as your daily reminder. Let it guide you until English thinking becomes natural. And if this lesson helped you, stay with us. Subscribe to English Practice Hub for more daily listening practice, more motivation, and more tools to build your English skills. This channel is here to support your journey, to keep you motivated, and to give you the practice you need. So do not wait. Take action. Build your habit. Live in English. Think in English. and speak English with confidence.